Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new trading day. I've been getting some complaints about the microphones, so I'm just doing a quick little test here before we get started. Seems like it's fine. Alrighty, yeah, it looks like we're good to go. It seems to be intermittent, maybe something to do with the restreamer. Gonna have to put in some tests here, but I think we should be okay. I've tested it on like the other. We're also using Cloudflare, so maybe that could be the point of failure for this kind of stuff. But I'll keep a monitor on it. I appreciate the folks in the community for keeping us in the know on the any of the technical issues, because without your help, sometimes it's hard to catch everything. But yeah, looking forward to another session with SPDas here, Elliot Wave Theory Trader. We're working on a bunch of things on our end here from a technical end, marketing end, investment end, etc. Super excited about pretty much everything on the itinerary that we have. And yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get right down to business here with SPDas. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Igor. And once again, a good morning or a good evening, and welcome back to the Tokyo Sydney overlap. Uh, from wherever you're joining on the western side, good evening, and on the eastern side, early morning. So let's get started off. I was trying to begin the labeling, and that's where Igor handed over to me. So let's continue with the labels. We've got the minor degree 5 waves on the north side complete, followed by a corrective wave. Need to quickly change the degree first. Okay, and on the other side is the corrective wave ABC. I think we've been doing this since last 1 month, the counts. Most of us remember now what is the bigger picture. So we would, going forward, we would go and focus on what's happening on the right hand side, correct? Because that's where the action lies. This is what we are expecting, the next wave to be something super powerful. Like, did you see that? Did you notice that third wave here? Not something like that could be replicated here. All right, and before we go to the hourly chart, the Fibonacci ratios as well. Remember, please, the fractal nature of the markets. Patterns are limited patterns, keep on repeating themselves over and over and over again. So it could just be the replica. We've got. I think the labeling could be prime minor one here, but I'm just for the sake of simplicity, I'm doing a lower degree wave count here. But it's expected to be something like this. I mean, the exact replica of what has happened in the past, and we are somewhere in close to the beginning of this orange wave. If it is not expanding, it's not going to be at a triangle or an expanded flat. We are close to the previous orange wave actually. Uh-oh, all the waves have come on the hourly chart as well. Let's remove them. Okay, so here's what we did last session, correct? Uh, the pullback, that resistance was taken. So let's continue from where we left. We were we are just about close to that resistance being taken out. So in the past few hours, it did take out the resistance and kind of kind of cutting loose on the south side. Now it's taking a break and it's almost near to completing the break as well. Maybe maybe prices may not drag as low as we are expecting, maybe towards 350 or so, but somewhere here, this bottom or the 38.2% of the entire rally is also just around the corner. So somewhere near the current price action, but it's a shallow retracement. That's what I would say. A very shallow retracement. There should be a meaningful retracement. Maybe I don't know. Today's Thursday. The entire week may go, or maybe we may have one more high during the day and tomorrow, and next week it goes to print wave two a bit more deeper. That is quite possible. For now, we'll hold on to getting on the fresh lows. Uh, Trading point of view, you are requested to hold on to whatever we are holding in partial equity right now. There could be further push from current levels towards the 460. You never know when the bulls are in action or bears are in action. Yeah, you don't try and speculate on which resistance would be taken out when, because they are expected to be taken out anyways. Only thing is that when we see a meaningful correction of maybe today or tomorrow or early next week, we would get in on the long side again or add equity again. Okay. So no change to be discussed right now. The stop loss. I mean, we are at 1.0177 already. I mean, it can be moved to 1.02 if it's required. Otherwise, you can stay put at 1.07. It's absolutely up to you, because I don't think that we are revisiting those lows as we speak anytime in near future and anytime in near future. So as the stop loss and the targets, I would like to bring up once again for those who are joining in fresh. Monday, I think Monday, when prices were at the bottom, we were kind of discussing of another 400 points, or yeah, 400 points. So at least a couple of hundred points have been covered already by the markets. We are counting from 300 or something, I don't know exactly, but 260 was the buy price Monday, I remember. Yeah, so 500 points from that. 750 is the target, the first one, the first meaningful target. In fact, the third wave, which we were projecting on the daily chart, I mean, it goes even above 1.11, and it actually gets us closer to the previous resistance. You know, that turning point. So this wave is nicely turning out to be an impulse, nothing less than that. So we've got the wave one and wave two and one, two, three, four, five. Wave three, maybe shallow wave four is working, and another push wave five. And if you try and speculate on where the wave five is going to end, then it's going to take a moment, nothing more than that. I'm going to push that a bit more lower. We are looking towards 1.0530. That's the previous swing high. It makes a lot of sense as well. Even if it is 75, it makes a sense because that's taking a resistance out. Okay, so sorry for the coughing. So that's the story in the euro. Let's pick up the dollar index. Dollar index is moving out, moving in tandem with. It has already taken the support out, and in fact, okay, let's start with the daily first. At least the first session, we have a habit of starting with the larger degree counts, and then the London and New York we can continue on the smaller time frames as usual. So we got the third wave, that was a triangle potential triangle wave 4 and wave 5. And then on the right hand side we got A, B and C. Of course the Fibonacci retracement up there. So a potential replication of the third wave is historic. Third wave is up on your screens, the orange wave, and I would not be surprised if that orange wave is kind of repeating itself, or we are very close to beginning the replica of the third wave. If it is an ABC, I mean, you can sometimes it matches pip to pip. I'm not talking about just the third wave, but the entire five wave decline. If that is A wave, wave A, then it sometimes matches pip to pip because wave A are normally equal to wave C's. All right. So, I mean, even if wave 3 is just equal to what we have seen earlier, then dollar index is preparing for a. It's already done two steps, brothers. We are just around the third step right now, and you know what? The wave 3, they're particularly called the ones who mean business. I mean, no waste of time, no nothing doing. Simply, it's pure price action. Look at that third wave drop over here. It doesn't give us time, at least no time given. It goes on and on and on, and you just got to be in the trade. That's it. You don't need to really do anything actually. So that's why I'm saying, trading point of view, let's have let's remain always in the trade because you never know when we are going to get another chance to enter. We were quite I mean, it doesn't happen too many times. We got a very good chance early this week to enter again. So, early profits that were booked, positions were rebuilt, and now only partial profits have to be taken. That's all. All right, and they were with Fibonacci retracements up on your screens now. Okay, I can remove the previous ones to avoid confusion. What we see is a potential. third wave in action at a lower degree though. And then wave four, you see that wave four again. It's like a very shallow one, very shallow one. It's just about it, either an expanded flat or a triangle. Wave fours are normally at triangles or expanded flat before that thrust wave lower. So tell you what, it's got to be wave one, wave two, wave three, an expanded flat or a triangle, wave four, and maybe one more leg lower to complete the initial drop. Right? Then we can expect some kind of retracement. So, trading point of view, if you're waiting, if you haven't traded, it may not be the best time to enter on the short side. Of course, any time is good time to enter on the short side now. But if we enter on a retracement or a or post retracement, it's going to be good. Otherwise, the only thing happens is where you put your stop loss, the gap increases. That's all. Maybe you can bring the stop loss now to 980 or something, or you can keep it at 110 or 30. Either ways, I mean, we are now we are now not revisiting these prices anytime sooner. Looks like. All right, so that's the dollar index, one of the most. We got into the trade almost there after the New York live yesterday. I tell you what, is this a wave four triangle or not? It's still speculative. By mistake, I removed the wave here, but I can do it again. We were talking about a convergence, a Fibonacci convergence coming right across the 90 zone. This was the Fibonacci convergence zone. Let me zoom in a bit. There you are. So it went up to 81, 82, to 85, 90 was the convergence zone. Now, if we look at the pattern, it could be a it could be a triangle in the making, A, B, C, D, E, or well, I think it's almost done. It's already done, and it's wanting to continue lower from here. I don't know if we can count five waves on the smaller time frames. Let's try and watch out because you never know. It is not very clear, but could be wave one, two, three, four, and five. This area is not very clear. Or it could be like, let's go back to the bars actually. I've now started used to seeing them. Okay, because the highs and lows are very clear in the bars. Maybe it could be wave one, okay, and then you got wave two here, and then we step down, maybe wave one, wave two, three, four, and five. So I'm going to keep this path for us for the London session. So if the third wave is underway, then it's going to take us to what 2840. That should be the end of wave 3 if it is not extending. You know what, you can keep that aside and you can take a direct Fibonacci. This is the conventional way. I like taking those waves, simple click, not the Elliot wave method for the Fibonacci, and it brings us lower towards 2830 or 28 something. Yeah, 2800. 2830. That's what I was looking, that 2830 was a support which needs to be taken out. I think it was wave 4 support. Let's check out. Not the wave 4 support, but yeah, one of the wave 4s of a lesser degree, yeah. And then it comes to 2800. Let's see how the price action is shaping up. I mean, this is a projected path now. Okay, trading point of view, if we enter, because yesterday we barely missed out on the limit order. We've got to be honest with ourselves. Our limit order was 85.90 and it went up to 82, I suppose. If you were there on the screen and if you took short positions, then it is okay. But officially, we missed the entry, so it's not too far, too lower. Maybe you can we entered again around the 68, 69 level. All right, that's the entry. On the short side, we keep the stop loss around 10 points above that thing. So the stop comes to 28.92 or 95, and the target is open for us. I mean, let's play it around like what we've done in the euro and the dollar index. Because if this turn has happened, and there are high probability chances that this turn has happened now, then we are going to see much lower levels, much lower levels. It's actually beginning of a trend. Okay, let's put it in a simple way. It could be actually the beginning of a new trend where you have uh, minute A, minute B, and now we are looking towards minute C going forward. All right, so that is what we are now looking forward to. Minute A, B, and C. I don't know if we can watch watch out the candlestick pattern. No, we don't have a pattern yet, but you never know. I mean, and remember, today is 6th Thursday. We've got a noise again tomorrow in the terms of NFP. That could be a good trigger for us on the price action front. So we don't wait for the official numbers or figures to come out, but I really like waiting for those triggers to for the price action to start moving in the projected direction. It looks good actually. Okay, so maybe less than 20, not less than 24 hours, actually more than, slightly more than 24 hours before that noise is. So maybe today could be a sideways activity. Let's be prepared for that. All right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we are going to stay. We are going to stick with the alternate count. We are flat right now. I'm monitoring the price action. And it could be that a leading diagonal is in the making, but we still need to see price action confirmation. So it's kind of moved a bit on the path, on the projected path, but we need more action. We need to go below that 90, 91, 92. If that happens, then we are in business on the south side. Actually. All right. So we are not speculating on what is going to happen. We are keeping our minds open for a potential rally as well, but at the same time, the opposite also we are watching and keeping it open. That's why we are flat right now. The worst come scenario, we are going to lose an opportunity on the long side if it does break that trend line or that diagonal trend line. All right, but it's not a big deal. We can afford one wave not to trade that one wave, because if the other side is going to come true, then we don't want to be on the wrong side. All right. And the last thing, just a quick view on the Dow Jones actually. Okay, this wave has is the structure a bit changed? If it is, then this will be the structure now. So it is 5 down, possibly 5 down, the impulse wave. And then we have a 3-wave rally now. I'm just calculating the waves while just there were a few minutes left. So we got an A and then a B and C wave. So if we've done it correctly this time, then we got potential 1, potential 2 up there, and it's preparing for a wave 3 lower. It's kind of a mix actually. This time it's going to be very interesting because the third wave, dollar is preparing for a third wave lower, euro is preparing for a third wave higher. That is fine, but even the equity markets, so the US equity markets might be preparing for a third wave lower. And what it's trying to say is that even the dollar is going to depreciate, and the equity markets are also projected to reverse lower, which normally doesn't happen. So it's both economically and dollars pumped out of the stock markets. Both are both are kind of going to go, at least the charts are saying so, hand in hand this time. So it's going to be very interesting to see this if it happens both ways. The dollar tanking, even surprisingly, gold tanking, dollar tanking together, and the equity markets are also tanking together. So it's sell-off across the board. It's going to be very difficult for those who play with the analogy or the comparison of instruments. The dollar is rising, the equities would fall, and vice versa. Okay, I think it's wave 1 and wave 2 for us on VIX. Quick view on the volatility index before we flip the session, and one last view on the SPX 500 as well. Oh, has it made a wave 2 there? I think yes, sir. It has made a wave 2. So that is wave 2, which we were expecting. I think we did it in the New York session. And if it's been correctly done, then let's prepare for some volatility ahead. Right from this starting point right now. 5,300 was what we projected, correct? I remember we were doing some counts and it is coming around the 5,300 mark. Yes. All right, sir. So let's bring this current session to a pause. And once again, thank you for being present here.
Thank you very much.
More than happy. Thank you, Igor. Back to you.
SPDas, always appreciate it and always humbled by your research.
FOREXLENS gives you the edge. FOREXLENS understands the global economy and financial markets. With machine learning, we give you real-time global analysis and investment strategies. FOREXLENS lets you invest and earn with institutional traders, even if you're new to trading. Trading and investing made simple with FOREXLENS. Check out our performance at FOREXLENS.com. Get the edge on trades. Your eye into the markets. FOREXLENS.com.